Hey guys, this is Smriti. Welcome to my channel. If you guys are new here, welcome, and if you guys have already been subscribed to the channel, thank you so much for subscribing. Today's video is going to be a foundation review on the newest foundation that's come out in the market from Makeup Forever, and this is called Makeup Forever Water Tone Foundation. This is how the Unicarton looks. And when we talk about the foundation, this comes out in a glass matte frosting packaging. So it's definitely high end. And the cap also acts like a palette for the foundation so that you can pour the foundation in it and then dip your sponge and apply it, or the brush and apply it. So that's really great. It definitely comes with the pump, which is absolutely great. This claims to be a sheer tint of coverage. This is what I'm wearing right now. So we're going to find out if this lasts for the whole day wear test, if it is mask proof, transfer proof, all those things. So yes, if you want to see how this foundation performs, then please keep on watching. So the new Makeup Forever Water Tone Skin Perfecting Tint, it's a sheer skin tint that minimizes imperfections and adds hydration for 24 hours with 94% natural ingredients for an effortless, fresh looking complexion. This comes in 16 shades in Sephora.com, and there is 4 additional shades on the Makeup Forever website, and those shades would be Y215, Y315, Y328 and Y412. So this foundation was sent to me by influencer in Makeup Forever, but this video is not sponsored at all, so all my opinion would be true like all my other reviews. The shade that I have with me is Y355. Now this, as you can see in my application, that it is a tad bit lighter than my skin tone, so I think I can definitely get away with Y365 or Y405. I generally do prefer a neutral undertone, so I think the undertone is pretty good. I'm recording earlier than usual, so the glowiness that you're seeing on my face is just the skincare. So it claims to be transfer proof. We're going to test that out. So it's a very liquidy foundation. I don't think I'm going to apply this with the sponge just because it's super liquidy, and I think that's going to be a sheer coverage foundation. Being very honest, I did try a tad bit yesterday just to check out, and that's how I know that this is a tad bit lighter than my skin tone. So see how liquidy that is. I'm going to take 2 pumps right there. I cleaned the cap, so don't worry about that. As you can see, it's a tad bit lighter, but it's a pretty forgiving foundation, I would say, and you will see the light coverage that it provides. Now yesterday, because of the light coverage, see how light is it on my skin tone, but when you blend it, it doesn't seem that noticeable just because that's how much sheer it is. It says you can apply it with the fingers, put a small amount with the fingers and dab it on the center of the face and tap to blend out and down. You can also apply it with a brush, just the way that we are doing, and also with a sponge, they say. I definitely would apply this with the brush just to keep at least the little coverage that it has. Now you guys know that I do not have that much like a forgiving skin. I do have texture and I do have like hyperpigmentation on my skin. So 2 pumps, you can see it gave a very light coverage. But if you guys have like perfect skin and you have nothing to cover up, I mean, this would be a great foundation for the summertime. It doesn't feel like anything. So yesterday I tried this foundation because it was so light coverage, and when I saw that it is such a light, shade for me, I mixed it with a tiny drop of the Kosas concealer in the shade Deep Tan Warm Bronze. And I have like just a sample version of it, and I took the teeny tiny bit and just mixed it up, and that gave me a flawless coverage. At least I generally prefer a medium coverage foundation, and that gave me that. So I personally would apply it that way. But today we're going to test it out just like that. I will drop a picture of me. Yeah, don't mind my picture because I do not have anything else on my face. It's just the foundation, and that picture was taken at the end of the day. So at this time when the picture was taken, it was around 6 hours after I applied the foundation. So it looks absolutely flawless, but today we're going to just apply barely on our skin. I do not have any primer down just because I want to test the foundation by itself, how it's going to perform, and not test it with the primer, because I don't want to alter the wear of the foundation. So that is 3 pumps. So the more pumps I'm taking on my face, I am getting a little more coverage, but you can definitely see the lightness of the shade also the more I apply. I won't apply anything more than this, but I think my preferred way of applying it would be with a tad bit of concealer, just to give a little more of coverage, because this is definitely sheer to light coverage, I would say. This foundation was released yesterday in the market, so we'll test out how everything goes. I'm just going to apply a tad bit of concealer, and this is my ColourPop's No Filter Concealer under my eyes, just a tad little bit. Also, another thing that I noticed yesterday was after applying the foundation, I did not even powder the face, and yeah, it didn't crease. It didn't budge. Yesterday, after the 6 hours, I went with a white washcloth and I put it on my face, and there was no transfer. I don't know if it's gonna be mask proof or not, but I'm gonna test it out today. And for the powder, I'm just taking my Kosas powder, nothing full coverage, just a light veil dusting of powder. And I'm just gonna dust it everywhere. Yesterday, I didn't even do that, but this is generally how I would do my foundation in my normal day life. So I'm not going to change anything today. Very light layer. I mean, this powder, you know how much am I a fan of this powder. It doesn't feel like you're applying anything because it's that finely milled. That's it. So that's how I'm going to leave it. Today, I'm actually not going to apply much. I'll just finish off my eyes and put something on my lips, and I'll get right back. So this is how my makeup is looking, only after foundation and a little bit of concealer under my eyes, and just dust it off with my Kosas powder. So I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not going to apply any bronzer or blush or highlighter, just so that you guys can get a feel of how it's going to look at the end of the day. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just running around the house. So yeah, so let me just get a little bit close to you guys, just so that you can see my face. And this is how my initial application is looking. I will do check-ins in between. Right now the time is 9:30. So yes, I would do a check-in in the afternoon when my kids go for nap, and then at the end of the day I'll check in once again. Now I definitely feel that it did perfect. It just evened out my skin tone, I would say, rather than perfecting, because I definitely can see the scarring from my acne marks and discoloration still there. My freckles are still visible. So I definitely would say sheer tint is good enough claim for them. Now, oh, the sun is hitting my face. So it is gonna be a little tricky to tell my thoughts, but yes, because it's like the morning time and I film in natural lighting, you will find this coming. But yes, it's good that the natural light is hitting my face. So you can see definitely it gives like a great glow on my face. Mind you, I've not applied any highlighter or blush or anything like that. So as you can see, I have a big, huge window right in front of me from where the sun is hitting my face. So that's all for the first check-in. Let me scoot a little closer so that the sun can hide between. So yes, so this would be my first check-in for sure. I do have my white washcloth in front of me. We're going to do a transfer test. I would say in the next 2 check-ins, just because I want everything to like melt into my skin. That's when my natural oils come through. And then I want to see if it is white washcloth proof and my mask proof. I'm going to put on the mask and do my daily chores around the house, and I'll come with the mask to show it to you guys whether it's going to be transfer proof or not. So I'll see you in the next check-in. Hey guys, So this is going to be my first check-in, and it is 12:15 right now. So it's been around 4 hours, I would say. So I am wearing a mask. I was just editing. As you can see, very light transfer. But yeah, not 4 hours actually, 3 hours right now. So yeah, so very light transfer. I was wearing the mask all throughout. I was just doing some editing around here, so we'll see. I'll do my second check-in in about two to three more hours, I would say. Shh. Just playing with my younger one. So yeah, see you later. So this is my second check-in. Right now it's 2:30. So what I feel, it's super lightweight on the skin for sure. Let me show you the mask that I was wearing, and I was wearing this pretty regularly, I would say, from the time I filmed till the time I was eating food, and after that I wore it again. So yeah, there's, as you can see, there's a very little transfer around the nose area, I would say. Nothing much, not as compared to the other foundation. Now my question is, I am wearing just the foundation and a powder on top of it, but when you wear the blush and the bronzer and everything, I mean, until unless everything is transfer proof, you would find a little bit of transfer on the mask. Now I have a white washcloth. I am gonna dab it. I'm dabbing it pretty hard. I'm not rubbing it because, yeah, if I'll rub it, I know it'll come off. I had a little bit of glow coming through from the foundation for sure. So as you can see, not much, really not much, I would say, but still you can find a little bit of foundation mark. So it's not 100% transfer proof, but you know, yeah, it's pretty good. Now, a main thing that I forgot to tell you is this foundation definitely has a scent. It definitely has like a perfumey scent. I don't know whether it's it's somewhat of a floral scent. I don't know. Yeah, you can definitely smell it. It definitely has like a tiny little bit of floral scent. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it, but I definitely could smell it yesterday, especially when I just opened the foundation bottle and I applied it for the first time. I really got the whiff of it. But today when I applied it, I somewhat had in the back of the mind, so I didn't like, you know, it just didn't come out of my mind. But yes, when I was thinking about it, I was like, yeah, I didn't tell about the scent, but it's a very faint scent, but it won't linger with you after you like wore your foundation for a few minutes, I would say. But yes, as far as the wear test, it's still a pretty natural looking foundation. I'm pretty sure if I just walk out of the house just wearing this foundation, nobody could say that I'm wearing a foundation because my skin definitely shows through. So it's a very light sheer skin tint. That's what the name is all about. So since it's a water tone, yes, it's a very water based foundation. The first ingredient in the box is water. Then they have camellia leaf water, they have glycerine, yeah, then a bunch of things that I do not know. So they claim to be 94% natural, so that's good. But yes, we'll continue with our wear test. Now it is 2:30, so I started 9:30, so it's been 6 hours now. I don't think it's gonna go downhill. I think it's gonna maintain like this because I'm more of a combo skin tone. My oil might come through from the T-zone, but we'll test out. I'm again gonna wear my mask again and then continue the wear test, and we'll come for the final check-in before the sun goes down. Long day, and I am ready for my cup of coffee. I won't lie. Okay, so let me show you. This is my third and final check-in. And as expected, I am definitely a little more oily in the T-zone. And it's quite expected after wearing a foundation for 8 hours. Right now the time is 5:30. It's not bad at all. I have combo skin, so it's very well expected. As I told you guys that I would be oily in my T-zone, and that's what it is. The shine that you're seeing is definitely because of my combo skin. Now, let's start dabbing with the washcloth and see if we are getting any more transfer or not. Pretty foolproof, I would say. They claim to be transfer proof, and as you guys can see, it's not much of a transfer. Like very, very light. You can definitely see it. Like, yeah, if I put my I want a white background so that you guys can actually see what's happening. So as you can see, there's a very, very light transfer of the foundation on the washcloth, and this is a terry cloth. It definitely captures all the oils and the grins and the dirt from your face. So yeah, I would say not even like 10% of the transfer is happening. And when you look at the mask, the major transfer that you're seeing is on the nose area where we pinch the mask. And this is my lipstick actually, so yeah, can't complain about that. But otherwise, yeah, I can see only the transfer here in the nose area. So pretty good and pretty happy with that. Once I dabbed off the excess oil, it just seems pretty natural. Now, you can definitely, dab a little bit of powder and you can like put the oils at bay. So I'll just use my Wet n Wild contouring palette and just show it to you guys. Like if you do that, a light amount of dusting of that powder underneath your eyes or wherever you are a little bit of oily, you'll be back to the start and you'll be fresh as new. So that's one good thing that I really like about these water-based foundation is that it doesn't appear to be like cakey or anything. You can just dust off a little bit of powder, dab off the excess oil, and you'll be bright as new. So let me enjoy my coffee and you guys enjoy your day. For me, this foundation is definitely going to be a thumbs up, especially during this summer season. I would absolutely love it. I had a hair from my brush on my skin. I don't know from how long, but I did. So that's all for today. I really hope that this foundation routine was helpful for you guys and you could decide for yourself whether you do need this foundation in your life or not. But yes, that were my final thoughts. If you are looking for a sheer skin tint for the summer months, I think this would be a great option. But if you do have something to cover up, this would not be the one for you. So that's all for today. Let's wrap up today's video. If you guys are new to my channel, please do subscribe before leaving and give it a thumbs up and also hit the notification bell so that you're notified every time that I post next. I generally upload every Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video.